I'm going to show you how to change the battery on a dash cam or another little product that has an inbuilt battery inside. Hi guys, Retro Tech Ralph here. A little bit of an instructional video for you. Very simple to do. This is the dash cam. This is from my car. I've had it for quite a few years. It's a Pruvio. It works okay. It has a front and back camera. Well, the front camera's there. The back camera plugs into there. The USB goes in there, and I kind of have a GPS if I want to, which I don't have. So basically, these have got an inbuilt battery in them. They have a power supply from the USB, which runs as long as, if you wire it up to the battery permanent, this will be on permanent. If you wire it up to the ignition, it will turn off and then power itself down with the battery installed. However, I've had this probably 5 years maybe, and the battery has finally gone. So, how to take these things apart? Basically look around for screws. I've already took this one apart anyway, but you've got 2 screws on this one for this specific model. You'll see them yourselves on your own model. It doesn't have to be a dash cam. It can be any other product that has got an inbuilt battery. That's fine. 4 screws on the back of here for mine. Make sure if you've got something like this that you take off the SD card. It says TF. That's just foreign for you anyway. And then open up. So some of these will be a little bit dodgy to open, but it should be easy enough to do. Maybe a little bit of prise, maybe something unclipped underneath there. Just be careful of any of these. You've actually got the battery will be probably attached, which it was on this one, with a pad which goes over here. It's stuck on there. It was also stuck onto the external speaker. Doesn't really need so much anyway. This battery on here is definitely kaput. It charges up, discharges, turns off, turns on, turns all sorts. If there was a problem with the actual dash cam, it's not, it's the battery. So take the battery off, and I've already cut the wires on this, because a lot of these batteries, if you look on the number on this one, this is a HPBT 303040 e.g. it's a 3.7 volt. That's what you really need to get an eye on. This is a 320 milliohm MHA, yeah. This is definitely kaput. This should not be this flexible. The cell has definitely failed. It's probably close to just melting or popping. I've cut the cables off of here for one reason. It's because a lot of these batteries come with a connector. And the one I've replaced for this comes with a connector, but I do not have the connector on the board. So I've cut off both positive and negative cables over here in case I have to. The new one, when it comes, will not connect. We don't have enough cable for this, so I've left the cable on there so I can solder cable to cable, red to red, black to black. Simple. Or if it's long enough, I can solder directly to the board. Now that's obviously, this is a sign of the battery that's gone. They're just packed in like a silver foil, but you shouldn't be able to do that with them. That is definitely dead. That is definitely, if it inflates as well, which this had done, yeah, this is definitely knackered, so it wants to go in the bin. Ordering, your actual numbers on here, your 30, 30, 40, are quite a good clue to get the battery that you need. 30 is how thick this is, so it's 3 mil, so it should be 3.0. 30 again is how wide it is on the shortest length, and 40 is how wide length that way is. I haven't ordered the right one for this because I cannot find one. I have ordered a 50, 30, 42. So on size wise it's almost the same, 30 and 42, but the 50 means it's thicker. Also, this being a 320 milliamp, I've got a little isopropanol on my fingers. I've been doing a bit of cleaning, but it's kind of coming off with the ink. With it being 320, I bought a 600 mAh battery, should I say. So it'll be a little bit thicker. It's only 5 mil. This is 3 mil, so it won't be too much. And there's plenty of space inside here. So when that arrives, we'll get this fitted in. And the next day's come, and we have a new battery. This is, I thought this was an empty cardboard box when I got this. There's literally that in it. So luckily on the measurements I was right. So size wise, that bit fell off where the actual controller, I think it's the part where if it overloads or something, then it just controls the, yeah, whatever. But it's exactly the same size, tiny bit thickness, but I can get away with that anyway. So what I need to do is snip off both of these. Probably I'm going to wire this, because like I say, a lot of these have a connector inside here, and I'm not quite sure whether or not these two pins between these two bits would actually take a connector, or whether it's something else. So I'm going to err on caution, be a bit cautious. Unsolder the black, solder the black, unsolder the red, solder the red. So when this is done, this will have a cable, which is, it's that long, which is the same length as what it was before. So that's good. So give me 2 minutes, I'm going to unsolder these two. I'm not going to show you, it's just soldering anyway. And then solder these two back on, and it'll be inside. Now the battery solder in, just two contacts, nothing difficult there. Put a pad on there, double-sided pad, because that will stick on the back of here once the speaker's been put back on. But I'm going to test this first. So hopefully there should be some power in there. So I'll press the power button. The power light is on, did come on then. So hopefully it should power on. Power light is staying on. There it goes. And there's the camera in front. I have two cameras, like I say earlier. It's on 1080p and you set the date on it, but at least there's power from the battery, so I can faff around with this now. So cool. So I'll turn that back off again. Press and hold on this particular model. Should be press and hold. There you go. Right, so we want to get that unstuck from my fingers. So with this one, like I said, with any of these models, they're all pretty much the same. It's just either secured onto the board like it was, or it's... Right, I need to be careful on here, to be honest, on one bit. Yeah, because that needs to be there, but it doesn't also need to be... Right, so where? Just got to line things up. So I think the bottom of there wants to be there. The line I'm going to keep as what it was to start with then. Just put the double-sided pad over. That will secure that speaker in. I could put a bit of tape on there myself if I wanted to. That should hold that in place anyway. So then with that in place, it should be a case of close, unless I've got my measurements wrong, which I have. So if you notice there, the battery is too far back, so it needs to go forward quite a lot. So quick cut and I'll show you it in the right place. Now it's back in the right place, but it's soldered away. This stuff I've got is absolutely phenomenal. It's just sticking like crazy. And you can get your own stuff from Amazon, from eBay, from your local corner shop. Well, they've got stuff like that. So with mine, at least, the battery is there. It's further back. I think this tape that's on here is meant to, you pull that off and it will take the battery off, so it's stuck to that tape bit, but I never did that anyway. Look inside there, the wires are clear of everything, including any screw holes that you're going to be putting any, well, put screws through it. If you trap the cable with the screws, you'll know about it, and the front end is covering over the lens. So at least with this model, it will clip over. So that should go in place pretty easy. I think I'm still a little bit further back for those parts there. With it being a thicker battery as well, it's just a little bit awkward. There we go. Once it's in and it's on, re-put the screws in. See, it's nicely in now, and the screws will hold everything in place. I'll just test this before I put the screws in, make sure it just come back on again. Yeah, there's a power light on, and it will go back on. I've got 6 screws on this, like I said a bit earlier. 4 on the top, 2 on the bottom, or 4 on the bottom, 2 on the top. Yeah, just secures everything in place. Like I said, with all of these sorts of gadgets with an internal battery, it's exactly the same. If you've got that connector, you'll just save yourself 5 minutes and some soldering. But if not, then it's just a simple done. I needed this done on mine anyway, because it was just, like I say, it was constantly on off all the time. So the battery was definitely, as you can see, yeah, I'll probably recap this already, but this is next day, so I've kind of forgotten a few things what I said. So the 2 are on there, and mount this to the dashboard. So I've got clips already stuck onto the dashboard, and this will just record when I'm driving, when it gets an incident. Done. So that's how simple it is to actually change a battery on one of these. And that should last me for, well, they're only cheap, made in China batteries anyway. So technically, I really shouldn't do that. Technically, it's easy, it's fine. Why have I got a woodlouse on here? What are you doing in here? Are you? Oh, okay. I've got a woodlouse in me thing. Okay, so all this lot will go in the bin anyway. So very easy to do. If you're going to do a dash cam, then make sure you put the CF card back in the right way around, otherwise it'll break. They have a 64 gig Samsung, pretty reliable, these Samsungs. Problem with mine is it needs a little helping hand to hold in place. So that's done. Perfectly done with. So if you've got a battery, inbuilt battery gadget that is going, well, it's going, shall we say, that's as easy as it is to do. If I can do it, you can too. So with that in mind, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Follow me on social media. Please consider being a Patreon to help out the channel. It's getting tricky doing YouTube videos lately because there's so much competition, and it's sometimes it ain't worth it. But never mind, I'll do it anyway because I sometimes enjoy these videos just to help you guys out. And the comments, I love the comments you guys send anyway. So please, help the channel as much as you can, and I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.